I'm on a number 6, sorry, the number 4 tram on my way to the Memento Park, and we're just about to go over the River Danube, and you can see the citadel there in the distance. So there is the view from the number 4 tram. I am here at Memento Park. Statue of Lenin. I don't know, that guy is over there. There's absolutely nobody here, which is not surprising because it's taken nearly an hour and a half to get here by tram, underground and bus. Anyway, pay our money and have a look. So I'm standing in the middle. All I'm going to do is just pan round. I think there are 5 of us here, and it's now 10:30. Here's this marble bust of Lenin. He's obviously much younger. Alongside him is a frieze, which I think is meant to be standing vertical, but they've obviously laid it down and fall and kill someone. They're sort of modelled, I think it's concrete. A little girl with a teddy bear. I think this must be a mother and father. And the father is shaking hands with a soldier. This soldier has a child in its arms and the red star there. They certainly did things in a big way. These two here releasing doves of peace from some sheets, but again the red star, well, in this case it's yellow at the top. The heroic statue from 1970. Yes, that's what it says on there. Soviet heroic statue. I don't know what it's meant to depict. (1945 to 1965), whatever it says there in Russian. Another very simple, almost cut-out soldier there with a submachine gun. And again, something alongside it. A somewhat benign little looking figure with his glasses and Sulby. But, whether he was or not, I don't know. All done in metal. There's a lady at the end with her fancy shoes on and an even more ornate brolly. and then somebody behind standing on a platform. Who I imagine was the said person. Lots of bayonets. Here's another guy I don't know. Hungarians will know him. I suppose the very fact that your monument has been shifted up here means that you're a bad guy. Klevko Edi. Does he look like a guy you could trust? Piercing eyes like that. This is the second part. Again, I'll just pan round. You have to hand it to these guys. They certainly did it in style, portraying themselves as friendly and relieving man from capitalist slavery, if you like. Some quotes there from Gorky and Joseph. Blokes with machine guns and clenched fists, and of course the star. Oh well, the Bela Kun Memorial. Whatever it was, or whoever he was, it's a pretty impressive thing. Now, what do you mean by the counter-revolution? I don't know. I imagine it's when the Soviets retook. Well, it's following the Hungarian Revolution. This is probably for somebody who retook it, or the people who died in the retaking of Budapest. Everything is, except the head, funnily enough. The heads are always out of proportion. But huge bronze. In this morning sunshine, wonderful. The Buddha Volunteers Regiment Memorial, again with a star. Sort of crude reinforced concrete monument, and reinforced concrete bars protruding everywhere where it's been eroded or damaged.
Alles gut.
Republic of Councils Pioneers Memorial Plaque, 1959. The sort of Soviet Union equivalent of the Boy Scouts, the pioneers. Youngsters used to go to summer camp and they were all indoctrinated in the Soviet ways, learned the right songs, lots of martial music, and of course they then move on to become members of the armed forces. There's the Navy, and that looks like well, certainly somebody on the radio, some communications chap. But this just has to be the pièce de résistance in this park. This magnificent bronze. And that's what it is, the Republic of Councils Monument, 1969. And that really is something else. It looked good in my garden, that. Frighten the neighbours. It's something out of Star Wars where they're sort of giant muscles, calf and thigh muscles, and their unrecognisable faces with the sort of clenched fist of triumph. Well, this has to be one of my favourites. It's made of thin steel plate welded together, and this wonderful marble ball held in it, albeit skew whiff. And down at the bottom you can see that it's filled with hard foam, and where it's rusted away, woodpeckers have been at it. I just love it, eh? Soviet Union emblem being pecked away by woodpeckers. Yeah, magic. It's obviously been a grand thing, standing in some grand place at some time. Another guy who seems to be involved in the 1956 revolution. I suspect he was against the revolution. Someone has rather unkindly smashed his nose off. I must look these people up when I get home and see who they were, what they did. The statue of Lenin. It looks like a rather benign grandfather. You can almost smell the tobacco on him from his pipe, if he smoked such a thing. So Tibor, Bella and Jano, or Yano. Again, I don't know who they were. But obviously people of some importance, but stuck out here in the sticks. Important no longer, vanishing into the mists of history. Dimitrov. I've heard of him, but that's about all I can say. And here he is again, right next door, Dimitrov. Not exactly a happy smiling brigade, are they? Well, what this was, I had no idea. A Russian soldier with his machine gun, and a lady with a wreath. Obviously seemingly quite pleased to see him. A Russian star there, but somebody's nicked all the letters. Probably old bronze. It just says 1917 National Monument. It almost looks as if his face has been stuck on afterwards. The Liberation Monument, obviously a Russian shaking hands with a Hungarian. Once they got rid of the Nazis of whatever persuasion. Oh, look at the great big hands they have here. Signify that handshake. The size of those great big mitts. I like this one as well, this massive, well sculpted Russian standard bearer machine gun. You can see the hammer and sickle on the flag. First time I've seen it. And also on the top of the sort of pole. Just as you're leaving, there is an East German Trabant. It looks like it hasn't moved for yonks. A lot of rust on it. I didn't think they were made of steel. I thought they were made of compressed cardboard. That's probably just a rumour. And there's a little bit about it. Russian martial music at the back. That's interesting. Who's going to finance an electric Trabant? And there is the interior. Falling to bits. You can in fact sit in it, get your photograph taken if you want. I'll just settle for a quick look inside. Well, that brings us to the end of the Memorial Park, but it doesn't take very long. It takes longer to get here. It'll take even longer to get back. But if you've got the time, it's definitely worth a visit. There's nobody here, it's very quiet.